Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video we'll be looking at a possibly very rare Kaba lock. This is a 6-row Kaba and I think this might be the orion29 Kaba Star variant. So let's take a look at the key. So this says Miwa Kaba and we have some typical cuts on the side that tells us that there are at least 4 rows of pins, but in addition to that we also have some cuts on the side of the, or actually on the edge of the key, and there are two kinds of cuts. Like one direction is these two and the other direction is this. So there are 6 rows in this lock, and according to the pin layout I think this might be the orion29. So I don't have it confirmed, it's just a guess, but I think it's a pretty educated guess, and I'm actually pretty excited that I got a chance to pick this lock because it was kind of a white whale, if I can say it like that. Okay, so let's take a look at our plug. So there are many things that someone who picks a lot of Kaba can appreciate, someone like me or maybe even you, because there are many things that are not typical for a Kaba lock. So for example, the finish of this plug, like I've never seen a black finish. That's kind of weird. The keyway is obviously open, there's no wording here, and we have actually 30 drilled chambers here. That's a lot. We only have 20 of them populated, but yeah, that's another thing why I think this might be the orion29 plug. So a real nice plug actually. So that's not common to see a black Kaba plug. Yeah, so other than that, there's no overmilling, countermilling in this lock or in any other Kaba lock for that matter. This is the housing. Yeah, so a lot of holes in it, and this is actually also pretty atypical, this circular cuts that go around. That's very non-Kaba like. So another thing that is interesting, at least for me. So yeah, a lot of pins in there and some slots for a ball bearing. Okay, so the pins themselves are probably the most interesting part. Actually, let me just demonstrate the directions of the pins. So we have pins that are coming from bottom right, middle right, and top right. Then we have top left, middle left, and bottom left. And you can see that it's not symmetrical at the top. So this top right row is almost on the top, but it's a little bit to the right. But this left is more to the left than this right is to the right. So that's interesting as well. So yeah, and the pins are actually another thing that's really not Kaba like most of them are. Yeah, I agree, but I will just show you the classic, like these are just your typical cupped standard pins. There's nothing too exciting about them, and these key pins are really typical as well. So we have some multiple kinds of them in the top chambers. There in the top right chamber there's like these, so that's very interesting. They have super like this small nipple on them and they are really hard to hit. And in the top left there are just these, I don't know, T-shaped small key pins, also with a very narrow contact point, so it's kind of hard to hit them as well. And do we have some other key pins here? I don't think so. Maybe this one with a really sharp lip that can be easily overset. That's interesting. and that's pretty much it. Excuse me. This is really interesting. So a mushroom driver in a Kaba lock, like what the hell? I've never seen something like that before. So that's actually something that that was really surprising for me. So as I said before, for someone who picks a lot of Kaba or picked a lot of Kaba in his life, seeing a mushroom driver in a Kaba lock, it's really off. Like why? But that's not the only thing that's interesting. We also have some wafers in here, and let me tell you, I've never seen a wafer in a Kaba lock before. So my best guess is that this is a part of a big master system, probably based on the orion29 platform. And yeah, this is one of the locks from that system, because there are some wafers, not all of the chambers are populated. So I think it's something like that, maybe from some hotel or yeah, something like that. But yeah, pretty interesting. So how do I pick this lock? So to tension it, I was using these two Moki bars, and together they give 2.5 millimeter, but I think 2.6 would be a little bit better, but I couldn't find the right combination, and it was not required, to be honest. So 2.5 was just fine, and I used, after a long time, but I have to say they came really handy, these Moki ACAP picks, this short one and this long one. And for some of these pins I also used these two flags from Spooks and Multipick, but I think if I really wanted it would be possible to pick it with the ACAPs only. And I also use this Jimmy flat hook for the top rows, because they are really awkward to hit with the ACAP picks. Luckily enough, this lock did not behave any tapered like Kaba locks do. It was actually, the feedback was pretty good, but yeah, these mushrooms were exciting, because they gave counter rotation, and usually counter rotation in Kabas is not a good sign. But here, you see, they are there, they work. So that was kind of cool, a really refreshing experience. And I have to thank Jabende for giving me the opportunity to pick this lock. So shout out to you, Wojtek. And yeah, I think we can go ahead and get this lock picked. Okay, here we go. It works. So we will go counterclockwise. Okay, this should work. And let's start on the bottom left. In 1, in 2. Okay. Let's continue on the middle left. Pin 3. Four, and I think 3 dropped. Yes, it did. And pin 5. Okay, something else dropped. It was 3 and 4 is good, I think. Okay, I'll try to preset 2 now. Okay, 1 clicks out of 3, that was dropped again. Okay, the middle left should be good. Top left. Should be all right. Now middle right. Click on 2. 4. Okay, now top right row, it's probably the most difficult one. There's only 2 pins, but the angle is so weird. I will actually just swap my tension for a minute and try to hit those pins like this. But it's still very awkward. Okay, I think I hit the one I wanted. Okay, let's try if the bottom right row is binding. I will actually not even swap the tension. Okay, I think something clicked there, but it's not yet binding fully. I'll try to check the middle right row with this flag and this tension. Maybe a little click out of 4 on the middle right. Yeah, this should be alright. Let me check the middle left again, just to be sure. Okay, this feels pretty good as well, honestly. So one more check of the middle right. This one should be good. This one as well. Okay, and maybe I can hit the I don't think it's binding though. One more try with the hook. I think that top right is set. This is just putting me into overset, so not gonna do that obviously, and I'll just check this row again. Everything feels pretty springy, honestly. Let me just swap to the keyway tension again. This could be a bit awkward, but I think I can manage somehow. It'd suck if I slipped somehow. Okay. Well, first of all, let's check if bottom right doesn't bind. It actually does. That's good. It's really binding hard. Okay, and that was the last pin. Perfect. So we have an open. Feels good. Let's cut this lock. I will definitely fast forward this because that will take a while. Okay, so I will just do a little adjustment of the angle. Hopefully my phone will not fall. Okay, focus. And before I start cutting the chambers, I can just show you how it's contained, the core. So there is an internal circlip in here, so we will put that out. This screwdriver. Then we have these 2 rings, whatever that is, washers. A thick one and a thinner one. And then we have this thing that I don't know what it does, but it's just there and it just sprang away. It's alright. And then we can actually pull the core out, and there's the core, and I will waste no time and start gutting right away, so wish me luck, and I hope nothing will get lost. Okay, so that last sliding cover really didn't want to go out, uh, so I had to force it a little bit, so this gutting took a bit longer than I expected, but I think we can wrap up almost, because we will just try to remove this circlip. Okay, come on. Shouldn't be too difficult, unless it will be. Okay, so just a minute, please. Well, it doesn't really look like it wants to go out. I don't know. This looks pretty damn difficult to remove. I don't know, honestly, like, well, I think I will do it later off camera, because, you know, it might take a while. So yeah, I will just leave the core in for now and give you a close-up, so nothing gets lost in the video. I will try to obviously arrange the pins, but here they are, the Kaba, I think orion29 with 20 pins picked and gutted for your pleasure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and see you later with the next one. Bye.